Hello everyone, welcome to CHSE Chem Point. Today we are going to discuss the other chemical properties of nitrogen family. Okay, so first we will discuss with sulphides. Reaction with sulphides. Okay, let me write the members of nitrogen family. Those are nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. Okay, these are the 5 elements of nitrogen family. So what happens? Now except nitrogen, all these elements form sulfides. Okay, so nitrogen is the exception. Nitrogen never forms sulfides. Okay, other elements form sulfides. So we will write this except here elements mean elements of nitrogen family. Okay. Next, down the group, the stability of the sulfides of nitrogen family will increase. Why? Because increase in the electropositivity. Okay. Down the group, stability increases as increase in electropositivity. Okay, so this much is for the sulfides. Okay, next we will see reaction with metals. Okay, reaction with metals. Now see, let me take these elements as A. Okay, so now let me react it with calcium. So for calcium I will write Ca and A. Okay, now we know the valency of A, or we know the valency of these elements will be 3 and valency of calcium will be 2. Okay, so Ca3A2. Okay, in case it will form compounds with sodium, so what will be the general form? Na, we will write here. Okay, now the valency of Na is 1 and valency of A is 3, so Na3A, this will be the Na3A, this will be the general form. Okay, so Na3A. Okay, now for nitrogen it will be Ca3N2 and Na3N. Okay, for phosphorus it will be Ca3P2 Na3P. Okay, now for arsenic it will be Ca3As2 Na3As. Okay, now for antimony Ca3SB2 and Na3SB. For bismuth it will be Ca3Bi2 and Na3Bi. Okay, so these compounds are formed when nitrogen, all the elements of nitrogen family reacts with metals. Okay, whichever metal you will take, you will put the valency in the side of the elements. Okay, likewise you can form the compounds. Okay, now we will see formation of oxyacids. This is another chemical property, formation of oxyacids. Okay, now in case of oxyacids, bismuth doesn't form any oxyacid. Okay, so except bismuth forms oxyacids. Okay, now see, nitrogen forms 2 important oxyacids They are nitric acid and nitrous acid, HNO3 and HNO2. Okay, so these two are the important oxyacids formed by nitrogen. In case of phosphorus, it forms many oxyacids like S3, PO3, S3, PO4, likewise. Okay, it can form many oxyacids, but in case of nitrogen, it forms only two oxyacids, that is nitric oxide and nitrous oxide. Okay, it will not form any oxyacids. This is the exception in nitrogen family. Okay, clear? Next, we'll move to the bond strength. As we know earlier, with increase in bond length, bond strength decreases. Okay, so now I will write the family members of nitrogen family, that those are nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. Okay, so from except nitrogen, we will not consider nitrogen, but from phosphorus to bismuth, the single bond strength decreases. Okay, now see, nitrogen forms triple bond. Okay, but from phosphorus to bismuth, they form single bonds. Okay, so I will not consider nitrogen. From phosphorus to bismuth, what happens now? The bond strength of the single bond decreases. Okay, so decreases down the group. Okay, now here you have to consider from phosphorus to bismuth. Okay, not nitrogen. Okay, now see, the bond strength of nitrogen will be more than phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. Why? Because it forms triple bond. Okay, nitrogen always forms triple bond. Okay, but in case of phosphorus, what happens? It forms single bond. Likewise, okay, it forms single bond. So the bond strength of nitrogen will be more than phosphorus, and here you have to give here bond dissociation energy is more than phosphorus. Okay, so this will here the bond strength will be more and not in case of phosphorus. Okay, this is an important question. It can be asked in your exam, that why the bond Okay, now we will move to behavior of nitrogen. What do you mean by anomalous behavior of nitrogen? It means nitrogen behaving separately or differently. Okay, now see, in case of nitrogen, what are the behaviors I am telling first? Okay, so look, nitrogen is in gaseous form, but these are insoluble. Nitrogen forms triple bond, but these forms single bond. Okay, the hydrides of nitrogen is soluble in water, but the hydrides of these four elements are not soluble in water. The anomalous behavior we have already discussed while I am talking about while we are discussing about the chemical properties. Okay, so now I will say the reason of the anomalous behavior. The first reason is smaller size. Nitrogen is very small in size, so it shows anomalous behavior. Gradually the size increases and their behavior changes. Okay. Next is high electronegativity. See, nitrogen is highly electronegative in case of when we consider nitrogen family. Okay, it is the highest electronegative element in nitrogen family. Okay, so due to its high electronegativity, it shows different behavior. Okay. Next, high ionization energy. Okay, we know its ionization energy is also high, so it behaves differently. Okay. Another point is it forms multiple bonds. Nitrogen forms triple bond. Okay. It forms multiple bond. That's why it behaves differently. No vacant d orbital. In our previous videos, we had already discussed nitrogen don't have vacant d orbitals, but phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth, these four elements have vacant d orbitals. Okay, so it behaves differently from these four elements. Okay, another point is it able to form p-pi bond. Okay, p-pi bond formation is possible in case of nitrogen, but not in case of phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, and bismuth. So it behaves differently. Okay, so these are the reason of anomalous behavior. And if you will be asked what are the anomalous behavior, you can write the different chemical properties and physical properties of nitrogen. Okay, like ammonia is the hydride of nitrogen and it is soluble in water, whereas in case of other elements the hydrides are not soluble in water. Okay, this is one of the anomalous behavior of nitrogen. Okay, auri kona alga behavior achi or anomalous behavior of nitrogens are, look, nitrogen exist in diatomic form, N2 form exist kochi. Okay, but in case of phosphorus, arsenic, they exist as tetraatomic state. Okay, आउ कोन ना नाइट्रोजन गैसेस फॉर्म रे थाए, बाकी समस्त कोन सॉलिड स्टेट रे थांती, एगुडा को हम सब अलग आगर डिस्कस कर सकछु. तो प्रीवियस वीडियोस गुडा को देखले तुम जानि परिबो. ओके, these are the properties and anomalous behavior of nitrogen. Next video रे हमें डिस्कस करिबा डाइनाइट्रोजन. ओके, बाय.